Once upon a time, in a town very far away, about an hour or two, there lived a girl who was going shopping for a new pair of pants. On this particular day, she was looking for a black pair of pants for speech. She walked into Shopko on that sunny Saturday in December and came out triumphantly with her new pants. Tragedy struck the next day, however, when she realized that these seemingly perfect pants had the one thing that every pair of pants needs: pockets. This pocketlet pant pandemic is a problem for the population. In order to protect our pocketlet privileges, I have personally printed a page to present to the president of the Present Pocket Protocol. First, I will go through a pocket-sized history of the pockets. Then I will pick my pockets for the differences between male and female pockets. And finally, I will line my pockets with the proper pocket protocol. That's it. That's all you really have room for. Thankfully for all of you, I happen to know the guy's version of the pocket-sized history of the pocket. The pockets are an extremely useful invention. They were probably the best thing before sliced bread. They were used by both men and women, but in different ways. Men had their pockets sewn into their coat, kind of like today. Not a whole lot has changed. Women, on the other hand, had their pockets tied around their waist, like a fanny pack, or the side. And it was kept under the skirt because it was seen as very unattractive for the pocket to be seen. It's almost as bad as showing your ankles. And do you realize how big these pockets were? A lot of items could be kept in there, including a mirror, keys, watches, and oranges. Several large oranges could be kept in these pockets. These perfectly spherical, pre-sliced by nature fruits could be kept in there. Around the 1790s, fashion changed so that the dresses shrunk to become closer to the body. Then blah, 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 fashion changed, women went into the workforce, got pockets, and the first thing they did was get rid of pockets. I'm pretty sure this is decided by Satan himself. He rose up from the underworld, said, "I don't like those. Let's get rid of them." And that is exactly what happened, and you can't convince me any other way. Now that we have gone through the history of the pocket, let's move on to the differences between male and female pockets. Male pockets generally have a depth of about 10 inches, or infinity, whichever one you prefer. I personally prefer infinity because they can fit a lot in there. Female pockets, on the other hand, have a depth of about 3 inches. This is probably because men don't want women to have enough money to buy her 204th pair of shoes. Good news, there are credit cards. Bad news, they won't fit in your pocket anyway. A lot of items can be fit in a male pocket, including pens, wallet, headphones. I think there's a pair of stockings, some guys here. I'm not really sure about that one. Sweater, I know I saw that one. And oranges. They can fit about 3 or 4, generally. Women, on the other hand, can usually fit a piece of lips and half a stick of gum. I had to eat the other one before I came here. I hope you don't mind. And don't even get me started on, but why limit pockets to just pants? There are coats. While men coats generally have pockets on the outside, the inside, and on the chest, then there are women's coats. Do they have pockets on the outside? No. Pockets on the inside? Don't even try that. And on the, why are you looking at their chest? It's just rude. What if I want to go to a wedding and want to have an orange at the reception? What if the host failed to provide me with my fruit of choice? How would I get my orange? And don't even get me started on dresses. Like 90% of dresses don't even have pockets. I know, I could always carry a purse. Except for school, work. Wouldn't use it at home, and come on, let's be honest, I have no social life, so a purse really won't do me any good. Now that I've picked our brains about the differences between male and female pockets, let's move on to the the do's and don'ts of the pocket, because there is a certain amount of protocol to follow. As with all things, there are certain things that you should and should not do. For example, always make sure you can get your money out in a timely manner. This is especially important during the holidays, as you don't want to be that one person in line that everyone's going, do, 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 do. Do not do it. Secondly, never put your baby in your pocket, unless you're a marsupial. Good job, Mrs. Kangaroo. Third, always make sure you put the Hot Pocket into the pocket before you put it in the microwave. It'll come out hot. You don't want to burn yourself. There's a reason it's called a Hot Pocket. And lastly, and perhaps the most important, never wash gum in your pockets. Ever. Do not do it. I cannot stress this enough. There'll be gum all over your dryer, there'll be gum all over your clothes. You'll have to throw away your favorite tank top because there was gum on the strap and you couldn't get it out, even with all the things that Wikipedia said to do, and it was just terrible, and not even mention my mother. My mother was absolutely livid. I still shudder when I think about it. Now that we have left the past behind with the history of the pocket, gone through the differences between male and female pockets, and gone through the proper pocket protocol, I personally am pessimistic that the president of the present pocket procedure will be pleased with this presentation, but it's worth a shot. Perhaps the impossible will persevere and a picture-perfect planet will come to pass where peace and pockets will prevail. In that world, people like me who walk into Shawco on that sunny Saturday in December do not have to saunter into speech meets with pointless pants that have pretend pockets. I bet you can't say that 5 times fast.